I'm like looking around right now and finding some plants. I want to repot this beautiful peperonia, but I think it's doing super duper good where it's at, and I'm just gonna let it be where it's happy. But yeah, she just needs a little bit of water. I want to repot it because it's still in its nursery planter, but it's doing super duper good. It just finished blooming all of its beautiful flowers. Hey Plenty friends, welcome back to another new Plenty video. Today we're gonna go ahead and do some Plenty chores. I got 3 of my Gorgianis plants that I love and adore. They have their own little problems, and we're gonna go one by one, and then we're gonna go to the kitchen because like it's a really good spot to do plant chores, like wiping down leaves and foliage. So yes, let me show you the first one. This is my Variegated Ring of Fire. It has grown a lot since I've gotten it, and it's putting out a new leaf, but it is infested with mealybugs. It has a lot of mealies, and what I have to go ahead and do is kill each little mealybug manually with a Q-tip and some rubbing alcohol, and then we're gonna go ahead and rinse her off, and then we're gonna wipe its leaves with a mixture that I use just to make sure that we got rid of everything. But yeah, she's really nice even though it has mealies. I'm pretty proud with this growth. Next up is going to be this peace lily. This peace lily is doing really good. It's one of my oldest ones. It's a domino peace lily. It just has a lot of yellow leaves, as you can see, but it has a lot of new flowers. I think this is its last set that it put out, but it's gorgeous and it's getting nice and full. But there's a lot of yellow leaves because I kind of underwatered it, but it's a-okay. And then I have my Dieffenbachia. I believe it's a reflector. It is gorgeous. I'm actually pretty proud with this size, but just like as the other one, it has some dead leaves that I gotta go ahead and remove. And then of course we're gonna wipe down the leaves because it's just really good to go ahead and do. And I think it's getting ready to bloom. I don't know if I'm gonna leave it. I might just let it do its thing. I don't like it, but I know once it doesn't pollinate itself, because that's not gonna happen, the plant's gonna absorb all the nutrients back. But one of my favorite things about this beautiful plant is that it has some really good variegation on its stem. It is stunning and gorgeous. I just have to like point that out. And it has little babies coming from the bottom, so that's really good too. But let's go ahead and go to the kitchen. I'm starting to yawn because I put myself to sleep every time. And we're gonna get to this. So I don't want to do the Q-tip method. We're just gonna go ahead and just wipe down the foliage. I might kill some because there are some that are really visible and they're getting kind of like icky. But yeah, let's just go and set this up. Alrighty, so I have enough of my mixture. It's just neem oil with rubbing alcohol, Dawn dish soap, and some water. That's all I do. But here's this beautiful Dieffenbachia. I hope the lighting is okay. Let me turn on the other set of lights over there. I don't know if it's gonna make a difference, but it doesn't hurt to turn it on. Hopefully it does make a little difference. But this is the Dieffenbachia. I'm really proud of it, how much it has grown. I'm just gonna remove some of the dead leaves because we don't want, you know, pests. They see that like a home. The leaf is fine. That's basically it. I don't want to remove this other leaf. I think it's still fine. Also, my tripod broke, like to lock the phone. I can still use it, but I have to use it at an angle. Gorgeous. Just gonna do a little shaky. All I use is some microfiber cloth. It's effective. I'm just gonna go ahead and spray. Just wipe down the leaves and the back. I've noticed that neem oil is a lot more effective when the foliage is dry. I mean, a lot of you already knew that, but I found that a couple months ago. Makes it look more shinier, and I'm guessing it coats the foliage. Back then, I would just go ahead and rinse the plants, and then I'll go and spray it when the foliage was still wet. But I found out that It doesn't really settle in unless I spray a lot of it, which I'm wasting a lot of the neem oil, which isn't bad, but there's a more efficient way. So either rinse the plants down, which you can do, and then let it dry off, and then you spray the neem oil. These leaves are pretty velvety. They're not gonna show a shine as much. Look at that. I really do love Dieffenbachias. I've always loved Dieffenbachias, but it took me a hot minute to figure them out. They're always advertised as low light plants. I don't know in what universe, maybe their environment it is, but for me, the only way I've kept one of my Dieffenbachias alive, or the other Dieffenbachias that I've had, is by giving it a good source of light and watering it when it dries out. The second it turns dry, I water it. Sometimes I get away with it with, you know, skipping 1 or 2 days while it's dry, but it's always best to water it when it dries out. And I can tell it's a little bit thirsty, but I just finished watering it. In cases like that, when I'm like, I already watered you, it looks pretty wet on top. It looks moist, not wet. It's not dripping with water. It looks moist on top, and I'm not sure. Then I just get the moisture meter and I double check. I know that's why clear planters are pretty trendy right now, because you can tell a lot if it's dry or not by the color of the soil, but I don't know. I do like how they're pretty affordable though, the clear planters on Amazon. Look at that. She is all nice and clean and gorgeous. So let me go ahead and get the next plant. I feel like I'm playing the doctor. I don't like, well, I'm not gonna reuse this rag that I use on the plants. I'm just gonna go ahead and place it by the laundry to wash because it will spread pest. You don't want that, right? I'm gonna go ahead and clean the countertop for the same purpose as well. We don't want to spread anything. Good old clogged wipey should help. I feel like I'm playing doctor. I always like enjoy, these are one of my most favorite videos to film. Just literally being here and doing plant chores. But we're gonna see if y'all like it as well. I do enjoy it a lot. Here's this insane peace lily. Might need to go ahead and adjust the camera. Probably get even more taller, look at that. Okay, I think that's fine. So, there's a sticky trap in there, and you can't even see it. Because, actually, we're gonna go more down. I don't like that. You guys can't really see. That's better. Yo, this domino pistoli has been with me for super duper long. Like, I think 6 years, no, like 5 years to be honest. I always talk about it because like it's very sentimental to me. I got it from Plantarina, one of my favorite YouTubers. And it was, I think, one of my first unboxings as well as it was in our first apartment. And it's gone with us through all the other units that we jumped around with. One of my favorites. Just such an old plant. Such an easy plant. I've lost so much of its foliage before. Like, this is nothing. All you gotta do is just trim them off, right? And pistolies, usually, I don't know about this one, but some pistolies, especially with the flowers, when they completely dry out, I think this will be here, they just pull out now. I guess it's the flowers. They're so satisfying to pluck out. It's a lot better. The care on this one, I water it, she'll let me know. Sometimes I wait a little bit too long. This is fine. Sometimes I wait a little bit too long, but she always bounces back, and it has put out so many babies. You can literally see some babies right there. I can easily pull them out with some stem in it and then propagate it. There's a lot of ways to propagate it. If I'm gonna propagate it right now, I'll probably place it in some saturated soil where it's warm and humid. So like in the balcony. It's one of those plants for me that if I want to make a copy, I'll do it in the spring, not in the summertime, and like, you know, in the balcony where it's shaded from the sun, because this one really does not like getting direct on sunlight. Out of the said retired leaves. I water her whenever she wilts, and since it's variegated, it would appreciate more lights. I give it grow lights, so not actual light. This piece over here is just all like creamy white. It is so beautiful. Look at that. I like how the middle is just green. It's gorgeous. And then over here too. Oh, beautiful. Now, it does have a flower. I'm gonna leave it. Sometimes they make a lot of mess. You know, gonna go up now. Like I said, a fancy YouTuber will go ahead and cut this part out, but we're not gonna do that. Honestly, like, it feels like I've been doing this a lot recently, especially back then. I would just call my mom or my brother and we would FaceTime. And we would literally just chat while I'm going around and doing some plant chores. And they don't mind. They actually like to see what I'm doing with the plants and stuff like that. And it's always such a vibe. But right now I have you with me. And I'm really, really happy that you're here with me. This. Yeah, I can actually see the shine, huh? Amazing. For so long, I've always wanted to shine my plants. I think it's just amazing. It really does make it look like eye candy, just very pleasing. It helps a lot with fooling people thinking that it's fake plants. You know, a lot of people when they, especially back then, I had so many, and I would always make gatherings over here. People would tell me like, is that a fake plant? I'm like, no, it's real. It's an actual real plant. If this plant had a pest, which I didn't saw any pest on it, I would use multiple different rags and I would like, you know, make sure that I'm not spreading leaf to leaf, but I don't see no pest. What I'm doing right now is just shining the leaves as well as dusting them and maybe picking up some pest if, you know, there's some that I cannot see. Can y'all see the shine? Look at that. That is crazy shiny. Since I'm like, you know, wiping it down, but it does look a lot more nicer. If I really wanted to shine, I would spray this in the tub with a little bit more extra neem oil and then let it dry out on top of the leaves. That's how you want to use it anyways, but right now I just want to do a close-up on my plants, checking up on them, cleaning the leaves, touching them. I've heard that plants like to be touched. They feel your energy, something like that, and they get all happy. So I don't know, an excuse that I can just bond with my plants, I will go ahead and do any benefit. I feel like peace lilies are one of those plants that a lot of our elders have in their house. But like they don't just have it, they've had it for years, you know? Like, I know somebody in my family that has a peace lily that's been with them for super duper long. Just such an awesome, easy plant. And now it's gonna be me. Hopefully I can keep it happy as I have for 5 years. Probably missed a leaf or two, but it's fine. I'm just happy that I'm doing this. It's always better something than nothing, right? Yeah, let me know what you're doing. I really want this place to become like, we can just bond together with our plants and just chit chat about plants and do some plant chores together. I would like to add some background music, but I don't know, I like watching videos like this. Sometimes life gets really chaotic and busy and overwhelming, and I just want to watch a relaxing video, and hopefully this is relaxing. This is relaxing me for sure. It's calming my stress down. But yeah, that's it on this beautiful piece, Lily. I guess with the remaining rod, I can just wipe the sides of the planter. Doesn't hurt, right? And that is on this piece, Lily. One of my babies. I'm so proud of her. Alrighty, I got the next plant. And this next plant has melis. So I got my rubbing alcohol. It is a 70% diluted bottle. It's like $2 at Walmart. And I also got some Q-tips. Let me wipe down this surface. Let's bring her up. So here is Variegated Ring of Fire. Such an awesome, awesome plant. And it's really resilient considering the fact that it has pests and it's been having melis for a long time. All I do is just get this bottle and then I dip the Q-tip on top and I find some juicy melis. I don't know if you guys can see, but I'm gonna go ahead and find what I can find. Usually they like to hide on the back of the leaves and in these little corners. So I'm just gonna remove this to expose them. Yeah, look at that. I'm gonna show you right now. Just killed a whole bunch of them. And I think it's also getting a little bit of the ink of the plant, but nasty, right? It is disgusting. Look, it's all over this new leaf. Of course, in the back. I flip it around and then I dip the clean side on the bottle. You do not want to be wasteful. I just clean the rest of the plants. Just like that. I thought it was a lot worse, but it just seems they've been on the new growth, which makes sense. They like it. They like being on the new leaves. It's just a plant that's gonna probably need to be taken care of at least once a week, you know, to get rid of them. Okay. Got one more. The Q-tip fell. That's the first time it's ever happened to me. It actually fell in the bottle. I placed it way too deep inside, but. So back then, and I can still do it right now, but I'm not trying to get high. Back then, I would just put on the straight up bottle, 70% rubbing alcohol, and I would just spray that, just purely that on the plant like this, not on the soil. That's gonna kill the plant for sure. But on the leaves, on the foliage, on the infected foliage. And I got so scared that it was gonna destroy my entire plant, because I looked it up online, and what can happen is plants have a protective layer on their leaves, and the alcohol can remove it, right? And make the plant vulnerable. So I got a little bit scared, but then it was this exact plant that I did it on. And I haven't done it for like 4 months, which is why the Midwest came back, because I was not proactive with it. I only did it one time. So I gotta stay consistent with it. I actually just basically got all of them. Well, the ones that I can see, right? And nothing happened to the Variegated Ring of Fire. I was so happy. And I learned something that I can probably get away with it with this plant. It's a very, very tough plant. So, ooh, y'all see this? That's the mother load. Look, it needs to like cut it off because it is one of the oldest leaves, but I'm gonna leave it because it's just, the leaf doesn't look that bad. If it was a yellow leaf, then I'll cut it off, but I feel bad for it. It's still working hard to stay there, so I'm gonna let it be. Now, we're actually gonna probably use all these 3 rags so we can remove these muddies. I like to fold it like that, but we're gonna go like this now so we can get more uses out of it. Ooh! Sometimes I am just too strong, girl. It's all that spinach. On the white chicks. But yeah, I got scared with the rubbing alcohol. For the plants and then for myself too. Girl. I gotta do the stems as well. But right now I just want to focus on the leaves. It would give me so much stress if this was fenestrated, because plants that are fenestrated are more tricky to clean. This is easier. So I'm not even making sure if you guys can see. My spray bottle, I got it from Walmart. In case you're wondering. The shine is looking really good on this. Variegated Ring of Fire, look at that. Looks good, right? Kind of makes me want to put it on the living room and showcase it. It could be like an icebreaker, like, what kind of plant is that? Where do you got it from? And by the way, I got this plant from Costa Farm, you guys. I got it for $20. And now she has grown a pretty good size. And I'm so proud of her. And even more proud of that it has been very resilient with me. Starting to forget which side I used. By the way, I cannot really smell the neem oil. The Dawn dish soap as well, the rubbing alcohol, kind of dilutes the smell. I know a lot of people hate the smell of neem oil. I don't mind it. I learned to just become unbothered with that because it helps my plants a lot. So I don't really care. But I know some people do not like just pure on neem oil. So you can combine it with Dawn dish soap. Also, those leaf shiners from the big box stores, they do clog the pores on your plants. And I use neem oil to shine my plants and it does not. I don't know how, but my plant does not turn yellow. The leaves don't turn like they're dying. Like when I use the Mega Grow leaf shiner. Now if you want to use it, go for it. Y'all, you do what you want to do. But I've learned that a long time ago. Like the first I was getting into houseplants, and people were telling me like, dude, that's gonna kill your plants. And I'm like, just let me try. I mean, look how shiny the plants look. I didn't know about neem oil at that time, by the way. And yeah, it actually made my Dracaena lose a lot of its leaves. It was like it was suffocating. I don't know why or what they put in that. I don't know why they couldn't just use neem oil. But they're using something else. And the plants do not like it at all. Maybe some do, I don't know. Now, I do love Microgrow, you guys, the company. I love their fertilizer because it is affordable. And a lot of people don't like it, but that's okay. Somebody that doesn't like to spend a lot of money on fertilizers and struggle, and I can just pick it up and I'm doing groceries like at Walmart. It's really convenient that it's right there. But I know there's a lot of other good fertilizers. I also do know that fish tank water is one of the best fertilizers you can have. And I use it with fish tank, not anymore. And I'm done with that. I sometimes want to, but then I remember the maintenance and the responsibility and all that stuff with it. And I don't know. Maybe down like the line like in 20 years. But yeah, if you dig out a fish tank, I know. And if you have plants, I know you're using that good juice. It's like gold water, to be honest. Like it's the best water for like your calatheas and everything. Plants that don't like tap water, right? I'm gonna spray the plant one more time, and I have one more rag I'm gonna go ahead and use. A lot of them have lint. I washed them in the dryer, so you're gonna see some lint. I also just want to spray it and leave it, to be honest. But let me do one more wipe down, and then I will spray another one and just let it set on the leaves because it's gonna help slow down the mealies. And then we'll come back in a week or two and do the same thing and see if it has helped. And I'm pretty sure it does. I think I'm gonna do this in the morning when I'm like having my coffee, and I can just drink my morning coffee and do some Pinterest with y'all. I'm gonna have to put my mug really far away because I don't want to taste this neem oil stuff in my coffee. Awesome. This is fun. I like this a lot. Okay, perfect. One more spritz. Let me do the back. Also, I'm spraying like that way because it hits the floor and I can just mop it. Then we're gonna do the soil in the little crevices. And I'm gonna let it sit there and then let it dry up and then put it back where it was, but gorgeous. Okie dokie, so I let it sit for a little bit and I was honestly previewing. I was looking at the footage and it was honestly really relaxing. So I'm happy how that came out, but I'm gonna put this ring of fire down. I'm gonna take these rags away. I forgot I wanted to clean my Anthurium super bomb. Also, you can hear the floor. Yes, I've gained some weight. Leave me alone. I'm happy. I want to clean my Anthurium Super Bomb. It's been a hot minute. It's one of my favorite Anthuriums, and a lot of it has to do with the fact that it is such an easy plant. Oh no. I should have wiped it down first. It seems like it has a little bit of soap from the bottom. Here she is, my baby. I'm actually really proud of it. For so long, it has not given me a new leaf, and it finally gave me this one. I was literally, I wasn't telling exactly at it, but I was like, if you don't give me a new leaf, I'm gonna put you in a bad spot. Like, I'm gonna put you where there's not enough light. And it, you know, that's the laundry door. It put me a new leaf, so it was like, okay. And I'm not mad. It's a really slow growing Anthurium. I'm not quite sure why, but to be fair, it's cool. Doesn't have any pests, by the way. I just want to shine its leaves. I do love this plant a lot, and it's just a good preventative measure, making sure that everything is a-okay. Its leaves are super duper thick, and I got this one from Lowe's for $25 from Life Trends, I believe. The first time I saw it, a piece of bark fell off. The first time I saw it, I was in shock because I really loved how it looked, but I didn't know how to take care of it, and I didn't got it. So I went back for it and it was not there. Somebody took it. So I was like, God damn it. And then I was doing other videos, right? I went to, time passed by, and then I went to another location, another Lowe's, and I found it. I was so happy. I just ended up taking it home. And I read online that it is an easy plant to look after, and it is true, but it did not say nothing about how slow it grows. It probably is, I don't know, it has a good light. It is pretty humid in the apartment. Right now it is 73 Fahrenheit and it is 73% humidity. That's pretty good, I think so, for like tropical plants. But yeah, so that's on that. There she is. It doesn't look that shiny. I mean, it looks glossy matte. That's even a thing. But I'm gonna spray it. Just like that. And I'm gonna let it sit in its leaves. I don't think it will give it any harm or do any harm. We're gonna experiment with that. I never had any issues with, oh, I forgot about them. That's fine. It didn't have any pests. Next up is going to be my Ficus Chevroana. This is my little baby. She had a spider mites, but now she is a lot better. I cannot believe she has spider mites, but it is what it is. And yeah, we worked her down, or we rinsed her off really good. 2 leaves fell off. I don't know why they fell off, but they did. How sad. To be honest, I'm trying to waste the bottle. So when I do this again, I'll make a new mixture. This is this newest leaf that it's given me. And I'm really happy because recently when I had mites and I didn't know, it was doing this a lot. And then I cleaned it, I maintained it. And this one looks perfect. Doesn't look that bad. And as you can see, it has a new leaf unfurling. I love a good Ficus Chevroana. I haven't found any pests on my girly, but I just want to be safe. I really do. I'll be so sad if I lose it. Oh my god. Oh, this is my favorite leaf. It is just so perfectly variegated. I love Ficus shiverana. I really, really am. And I am so grateful that it's so affordable now. The first time I saw it, I fell in love. But $200 for like literally this size, not even smaller. No. But now you can get it for like 15 bucks and it's probably even more full than this. I've been seeing it a lot. And honestly, I really, really want to buy another one since they're only like $16. But I don't need another one. I would love another one. But I don't need another one. And I feel like if I do, I'm going to probably neglect this one. Because the other one's just going to look more nicer and more fuller. So I'd rather just stay loyal to this one. Nothing wrong with having duplicates, you guys. But I'm really trying to be better at that. Like not doing that because... I don't know. I think I would get burnt out pretty easily cleaning 5 Ficus shiveranas, you know, consistently. I'd be like bored of it. And I think when you just have one, it makes it more exciting and special. Scary if something bad happens, right? But it does make it more fun and special. And yeah. That's the Ficus shiverana. Pretty, 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 pretty. So proud of it. Proud of her. Alrighty, y'all. This is where I placed the Ficus shiverana. Looks really, really, really good. Nice and clean. New leaf looks adorable. My peacock collected. I'm so proud of her. And then over here is the peace lily. Looks a lot better. I might need to clean this one in a different video. I already cleaned it, but I want to clean it again. It has spider mites. And I feel like it needs to get repotted as well. And here is the Dieffenbachia reflector. It's pretty matte, so it's not going to show a shine. But as I was looking at the footage, you can see dust on its leaves, but now it's nice and clean. It was honestly really, really, really fun. It was really relaxing and calming, and I did enjoy it a lot. Let me know if you guys want to see more of these kind of videos. I actually enjoyed filming it, and I feel really fulfilled and satisfied that these plants are now gonna do better. They got special care today, and I've been wanting to do this with y'all for a hot minute. And here is the Variegated Ring of Fire. The neem oil already shined. It just peed on me a little bit. It has a little bit of water, but of the mixture. It's an awesome mixture. When I do this, if I do this video again, I would 1000% let you guys know how I do it. It's not that difficult. Like, again, it's not crazy with portions. I mean, that would help, but I don't really do that. And it's not like my own mixture, you guys. It's all over everywhere. Like, you can pull it up on Google. It's just really 3 things that are really beneficial. But I'm gonna put it back. I just love how I don't see no mealybugs in it, like at all. Plucking them out and then cleaning its leaves. Gonna push my Scentsy grow lights more back just to help. The raven, my other ficuses. My beautiful collection. I love this little corner. Also, the Thai constellation is putting out a new leaf, and I cannot wait to see its penetrations. But thank you so much for watching, guys. Something positive advice to each and every single one of y'all, and I can hopefully see you in the next one. Bye.